From students to employers, 2019 was all about creating a framework for the Sioux Falls area to be successful when it comes to talent and workforce development.
Yeah, I think things went very well. I think we started to reach out to the right people, to the right organizations, started to make those connections to fill that pipeline.
We did three things: talent attraction, talent development, and business partnerships. Those three things in tandem is why we're sitting here going into 2020 and really have a very good road ahead of us. We have tangible examples of success, things that we've done that have really proven that Sioux Falls, South Dakota is a great place to begin and end a career.
If you're in the game for talent, you've got to draft it. Talent Draft Day, a brand new event from the Sioux Falls Development Foundation, connected students interested in high-need occupations with businesses that want to hire them. Along the way, they got to network and learn more about the soft skills needed for workplace success.
I think one of the most impressive things really was seeing some of the high school students that came by. I was talking to some sophomores who already knew that they wanted, a career in our field, which was great to see that there is definitely some interest coming from such a young age.
It absolutely is coming back, and we're absolutely going to see probably close to about 1,000 students. In 2018, we had just over 600 students, but all of the favorable press and also media exposure, really we've gained a lot more interest from the colleges and universities as well as the businesses.
Talent tours are another way that Development Foundation sparked interest in students around careers, bringing them directly into businesses to hear their stories and learn about the opportunities ahead.
The talent attraction piece was very good. I thought talent draft went very well. The talent rebound program, utilizing alumni associations and things like that to try to get kind of those rebounders back here, those people that maybe grew up here, moved away from here, coming back. I think we're starting to make some of those inroads.
Altogether, the Sioux Falls Development Foundation held 23 separate events this year, bringing in nearly 1,500 people ages 17 to 24.
We started with a 100-mile radius around Sioux Falls. Over the next 3 years, we're going to extend that to a 500-mile radius. These are really kind of the things we're doing to build and bring more talent here short term, right? Because we know that we need to increase supply in order to really affect wage and to really offer some relief to the businesses. So that's really, really important. When we get into talent development, we're really talking about our long-term strategy of really educating and equipping and encouraging more workers to go really into those key areas that really meet the industry needs. So the difference there is we're working within the primary education system. We're working with people that are incarcerated and need some additional training. We're working with people that may have disabilities and maybe they need different accommodations.
I think there's huge opportunities there. I think, we have a population in the schools that my numbers tell me that it's about a third of the population that graduates doesn't really know what they want to do or doesn't really have a career path. And so what we're trying to do is to get into those younger grades, to give them an opportunity to explore those career paths, to see what they might want to get into.
This Your Future STEM activity organized by the Development Foundation for Del Rapids 5th graders is one example. The kids learned about the science of concrete and construction careers before mixing up some materials themselves. Along the way, they practiced teamwork and public speaking.
I think that if they see that a job can be fun and interesting, then it realizes, or for them, it's like a reality. I can do this later.
I thought cement takes a long time to make, but it didn't really take super long. But I learned a lot of stuff about cement and how it's made.
Being able to see people firsthand that actually do it every single day actually helps the kids see that this is something that I could be possibly doing when I get older. And hopefully it kind of, at least for a couple of them, hopefully it kind of gives them a little insight. Maybe this is something I kind of want to do.
When we look at the course of the last year, we've had over 500 students enrolled in one of our Your Future STEM programs. Great success there. But we don't just stop there, okay? We also then get into the high schools and we're offering job shadows in 9th and 10th grade. And we're also offering Your Future Intern and also Your Apprentice. Those are both project-based where we're taking dual credit learnings and we're actually aligning to their curriculum and then we're giving them that career exposure.
These high school students took IT classes from Dakota State University during the summer and were matched with applicable internships.
We gave them opportunities in application development, sitting down doing actual work, but also learning from architects, from application developers, from the infrastructure side, what it looks like in a data center. You know, some people have never been inside of a data center. So giving them those types of opportunities just so they can get some ideas of maybe where their interests lie and what they want to do when they graduate from high school.
And we've been shadowing lots and lots and lots of people, figuring out what their job entails and what they do on a regular day basis, and figuring out just how the business environment of IT works.
We've worked with quality assurance. They automate some of their processes, so they get it so they can test hundreds of different variants of people working with it in an hour. And they let us look at the program they use that they built and kind of look through that. And we also get to work making some PowerShell scripts to do some stuff for the company. So it's really nice to get that experience from them and still be able to contribute to them.
What we're trying to do is to get into those younger grades, to give them an opportunity to explore those career paths, to see what they might want to get into, maybe start that process in high school, maybe doing some internships, some apprenticeships.
Workforce development success only happens when businesses are connected to the resources and pipelines that exist within the community. And this year, the Sioux Falls Development Foundation definitely stepped up its efforts to connect and communicate. Its Workforce Recruitment Council grew from about 80 people to more than 200 after launching early this year.
It's a great opportunity to share best practices. It's a great opportunity for people to kind of look within themselves and to look within the other organizations in the community to look at best practices and how they might be able to adapt those best practices to their companies. It gives them an opportunity to really talk about the issues that are affecting them today, and it gives us the opportunity to listen to those things and really try to decide how can we help them to address those issues.
The annual Win in Workforce Summit was bigger than ever, drawing people from a 500-mile radius with a day-long event featuring tracks for executives, human resources professionals, and future leaders.
It is a huge opportunity for us as employers to bring the community together and learn from each other. What is out there? What are some of the new trends? What are some opportunities? What are ideas that other companies have or are using? Opportunities to think outside the box.
I thought it was a great event. I thought they brought in excellent speakers. They were able to go out and find people with expertise in various professions and also disciplines, and I thought it was great we could bring it all together and put this event on for the folks to come out and really kind of have a brainstorm on what we need to do to develop our workforce going forward.
And finally, to keep businesses connected all year, the Win Engagement platform launched in mid-2019. This digital resource profiles professionals, highlights resources, promotes best practices, and keeps you current on Development Foundation programming.
What that does is that really kind of showcases all of the progressive things that we're doing here to really bring talent and really educate and mature talent long term.
There always are more ways for businesses to get involved and take steps toward addressing their talent needs. Looking toward 2020, the Development Foundation is ready to partner.
So in order for us to grow from an economic development standpoint, we have to be able to grow that labor and that talent market. So we're looking for any ideas that we can use to do that, and we're open, and we can certainly try to implement as many of those as we can.
The easiest thing to do is just to contact us. You know, we want to really be approachable. We want to understand the needs of the business. We also want to make sure that the business is being engaged in the right manner. So maybe it is getting involved in our recruitment council. Maybe it is sponsoring the Win in Workforce, or maybe it is that, they want to be part of the Your Future STEM. Whatever their interests are, we know that we can accommodate the request and bring them in as a valued business partner.